or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Be hating and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm paying. I push up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition. They can ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. 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 I told my boys it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
I'm whipping in track, I was messed up suspension. I drove it so fast that I blew out the engine. I kept it too real ever since the beginning. I play offensive D, I might switch my position. Lil' mama was thirsty, so I had to quench. I'ma drive real fast, cause you know I shoot quick. Just like traffic Kelsey, I be having emotions. Just like a lamb, man, you know I'm exploding. My heart cold, bad, I ain't got emotions. I'm going hard, yeah, you know I'm devoted. We running streets, yeah, you know we control it. She love the kids, she be busting it open. I'm quarterbacking like I'm Kyler Murray. Trying to win, I'm up at practice early. Going crazy, I just real Jersey. It's the first half and we done dropped 30. We just up to scoring them, boy, man.
I told my boys it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
Money on my mind, head in the game. It's like I scored again, diamonds on them dance. I can hear the music playing with them bands. Crowd going wild, dived in the fans. I'm locking in on a mission, I tell them my vision. You young, you should get like me. I got your shorty, she with me. I gave her a jersey, I told her to join my team. It's best you go where it's safe. You know how I play. I get to a sack like Frank. You can teach money to fly. I turn it at hop. I catch it and go to the bank. It's crazy, I'm used to the lights. I'm shining so bright. This visor will cover my face. You see me working and working. I'm getting it done. And soon they be feeding me grapes.
I told my boys it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
They screaming my name when I walk in the building. Yellow diamonds on me like I play for the Steelers. I'm in the field, yup, just like a Steeler. Oh, this your girl, my band had the Steeler. I hop on the beat and I float like a river. I caught a TD, yeah, right across the middle. I'm speaking facts, boy, you telling riddles. Can't hang with the gang, so we had to sit them down. I'm in LA, riding round and around. My dog just called, say he finna touchdown. When I call a play, you won't hear a sound. Hold up, money calling right now. I gotta go and get it, and it don't matter how. All I know is, man, yeah, I'm 10 toes down. I keep my head high and my eyes on the prize. Yeah, my feet on the ground. Let's go. Let's go.
I told my boys it ain't no limit.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. And we are underway here on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 61 yards. run with Lynch. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Trying the power game with Ham, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Lynch. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marshawn Lynch, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point put through by Succop, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. In motion, Hill. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
He takes this for 3 to the 29. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. In motion right is Brown. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here we go on 4th down, Fields. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Succop for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. In motion left comes Brown. Off play action, Fields. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. Fields now to throw. Forced out to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. Now Hall to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run with Hall. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. From just shy of midfield, Fields eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
The man in motion is Brown. Fields on 1st down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Raiders are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throwing is Hurts. This is intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And that one complete to Marshawn Lynch. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. They go up the middle with Lynch. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here. So for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. But first down, Hurts. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play there for Vegas. 42 yards. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
Second down and goal. Hurts escaping the... And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Justin Jefferson from 10 yards out. And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Succop. And it's now 21-7. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
In motion, Hill. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Now the Raiders have got him. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
In motion, Hill. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
"21 yards. Well done on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. This taken in at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Fields. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now Fields. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, Fields. Dancing to his left. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. In motion, Hill. Back to throw, Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jamel Dean. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Flushed out right. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this is caught. It's Decker. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. On 3rd down, they go Lynch. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. It's a big play there for Seattle. 49 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
On play action, Fields. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. In motion, Hill. Fields throwing again. And this one's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Fourth down, Fields has to have this one. He'll let this go for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyreek Hill, 31 yards. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Las Vegas sending out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now Brown. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it out the road, out the curve, out the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. Whenever she calls, do what I gotta do. I'm moving with a 2, I paid it out the full. Yeah, tell me what I gotta do. Pull up in a bucket crew, one for me and one for you. Yeah, like with the roof. I'm off the chain, don't cut me loose. Yeah, I'm off the chain, I'm off the noose. Yeah, getting picked off Bentley white like cotton. Residential so good, my doors don't gotta lock 'em. Watch the dirty money with Oxy. I miscount cause I'm off yeah, these bigger than a damn proxy. Call my he said copy. Get that plug like a boogie. I like riches, hit like nookies. You ain't scared of no, but you scared to put on your hoodie. Man, my like Woody. I just scraped it off the top, cut it out the road, out the curve, out the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. Whenever she calls, do what I gotta do. I'm moving with a 2, I paid it out of full.
New toys, convoys, 100 carats on my neck, my boy. That 100 bunny rabbits tryna get my boy. From the cabbage I collect, my boy. Heard you is gorillas, let me check, my boy. Say nothing silly, you regret, my boy. Cause we got banana on the my boy. And I can send it in a text, my boy. Thumbs up or the emoji with the flex, my boy. Personalize every threat, my boy. Toll free, that's direct, my boy. And if you need a couple, I'm to connect, my boy, off the top.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it out the road.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Fields. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. So after the INT, it's Allen. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Allen will try again on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen for Hall. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Remember last time out, they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their 2nd possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll give to Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. In motion, Hill. From the 35 on 2nd down. Fields. He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 42 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Fields. Man open left side is Brown. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now here's Fields on the sneak. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll try to run with Hall. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Breece Hall. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Seahawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got.
A leap in, he's got it. He got it. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Allen going to throw. Screenplay, Johnson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Allen. Looking sideline, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Seahawks force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. In motion, Hill.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Paul again.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
That was huge after being behind the chains on 1st down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on 1st down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on 2nd down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Paul ought to give up the middle.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
In motion right is Brown.
Play action. It's Fields.
This is caught. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
In motion left comes Brown.
Paul again on 2nd down.
And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Breece Hall with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch.
A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On second and goal. Allen to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Chris Johnson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Now Matt Rule keeping the offense on the field to go for 2 here. A final shot before half for Allen. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll have time for 1 play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. A final shot before the break. Fields. And going deep for Hill. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. This one fielded at the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. High throw, but the catch is made. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Allen now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
To throw once more on second and 10. Allen. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now Allen again. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Allen going to go on fourth down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Now a first down throw, Fields. Pressure comes in, he's brought down, it's a Panther sack. Luke Kuechly, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's a give to Hall. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Not an easy spot here. He'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. The man in motion is Brown. Third and long. It's Fields. 20. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Hall. 113 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play there for Carolina. 42 yards. On first down, Allen. He hits Adams, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They'll run it with Johnson. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play. One final try here for Allen. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Night Train Lane. And the Seahawks are going to get the ball back on the turnover.